Using an iPad for your photographing will give you a better quality photo than your Chromebook. Set your surface up so it's flat. Make sure your artwork is also flat on the table. Hold your iPad above your artwork and make sure you're as flat and as parallel with the artwork as possible. Never angle your camera. It'll create a distorted image on your artwork. Again, be as flat as possible. Larger artwork will require you to stand above your artwork, so that way you get the entire piece in the frame of the camera. Hold steady and take your shot. The artwork is nice and flat in the frame of the camera, and the clarity is excellent because I use the iPad. Now to transfer your photos from your iPad into your Chromebook. You're going to take the iPad charging cord, you're going to plug it into the base of the iPad, take the opposite end and plug that into the port of your Chromebook. Open up your camera from your iPad app and make sure you click Allow. This step is very important. Go to the files of your Chromebook. On the left-hand side, you will see an option for Apple iPad. Make sure you select the Apple iPad. Then you'll see a folder. It'll be a number. Go ahead and open the folder up and you'll see all the photos in your iPad. You're going to grab onto the photo that you want to transfer to your Chromebook and drag it into the camera of your Chromebook. Release, let go. You could also drag the photo into your drive if you want to. This way you can access it from any device you wish. This pop-up lets you know that your photo has been transferred to your Chromebook. If you wish to use your Chromebook to take your photograph, you'll do it very much like you do your iPad. I will tell you though that the quality of the Chromebook photos are not as good. Open up the camera to your Chromebook. Take the lid, flip it over so it becomes flat like a camera. Make sure your artwork is flat. You can flip the camera by clicking the flip button. Again, you'll want to stand above your artwork, hold your camera flat, and take your photo. Be sure to hold still, and when you click, wait a few seconds before moving. Chromebooks have a bit of a delay on them. Now it's time to edit your photo. You're going to go into the files of your Chromebook, then you're going to click Camera. I like to use the waffle to see my pictures larger versus small. You can then open up your image to the editing tools. Before we edit though, I want to show you a comparison from your Chromebook photo to your iPad photo. The one on the left-hand side is the Chromebook photo. The one on the right-hand side is the iPad photo. You can see the clarity in the iPad one is much better. This is the iPad photo. To edit this photo, we're going to use the crop tool. The crop tool is the middle tool in the very center above the top. You want to always be on free, and you'll use the corner dots to pull in to hug around the artwork, so only the artwork is in the frame of your camera. Once you've hugged around it and no background is showing, you're going to click Done, and you have to click Save. You can use the light filter tool to enhance your exposure, contrast, and saturation. Saturation will remove all color if you pull it down. If you pull it all the way up, it'll increase the color by a lot. The contrast tool will intensify your lights and your darks. And your exposure tool will add more lighting into your photograph. If you take out exposure, it'll make it completely dark. You can use these tools at your leisure. Typically, though, the iPad is such a high quality photo that you probably won't need to use these light filter tools. If you do make any adjustments, make sure you click Done and Save. Now I'm going to edit the Chromebook photo. To get to this picture, again, you must go through the files of your computer, click your camera, and then open the picture up, and it'll give you your editing tools. We're going to use the crop tool on this one. Again, you want to make sure that you hug around your artwork so no border or background is showing and just your artwork is in the frame of the camera. Don't forget to hit Done and Save. This one, because it's the Chromebook camera, you're probably going to want to use the light filter tool. Oftentimes, exposure will help brighten up your image. Contrast will increase your darkness. And if you want to Enhance color, assuming your photo has color in it, use the saturation tool. Again, you could play around with these bars until your image seems to be the best it can possibly be. The quality is not going to be as good because it is the Chromebook camera being used here. Don't forget to hit done and save. Now we'll do a final comparison after editing. The Chromebook photo is the one on the left and the iPad photo is the one on the right. Still, the iPad photo picture is superior to the Chromebook one. No matter which camera you decide to use, Chromebook or iPad, you want to make sure you edit it to be the best possible photo. What if your artwork is 3D? You're going to use a light box to photograph three-dimensional artwork. The light box comes with different types of lighting: whiter lights, brighter lights, and yellow lights. Choose the best lighting for your sculpture. Place your 3D artwork in the back of your lighting box. Make sure it's in the center and that you have all background white surrounding. Nothing else should be in the box but the artwork. Use an iPad or a Chromebook to take your pictures. Since this is a three-dimensional object, it's best to take it from different angles and give yourself choices in which it photographs better. Try it horizontal or try it vertical. Try it slightly above, try it slightly below. Another trick you can do is turn the sculpture a quarter turn so you can get it in a different angle. Give yourself several options when taking a picture of an artwork that is three-dimensional. What if your artwork is not three-dimensional and not rectangular or a square, but a non-traditional shape? If that's the case, you want to find a neutral background, such as a black, white, or a gray. Place the artwork on top of the neutral background and then take your photograph the same way you would any other artwork. To edit these photos, you're going to go to the files of your Chromebook. Click Camera, click the waffle, and then double click on your image so you can then use the editing tools. When it comes to editing the non-traditional shape, you basically just want to make sure that you use the crop tool and you hug in as tight as you can on the artwork, but still allowing for a border of that neutral background. Make sure the border is equal on all four sides. So think of the artwork being in the center and your border being equal on all four sides. Don't forget to click done and save. You can also use the light filter tool on these photos as needed. Now I'm going to show you the rotation tool. This is really important if you ever want to turn your artwork a different direction. Sometimes you take the picture upside down and not realize it, and you have to fix it in your editing tool. The editing tool that does rotation is in the crop tool. You'll see there are these arrows that point right and left. When you click those, they'll rotate the artwork around a quarter turn every time you click them. So you can keep flipping the artwork until you get it to the way you want to present it upright. Click done and save when you make that decision. Next, I'm going to edit my sculpture. Again, I'm going to go to the files on my computer, click my camera, double click on the image I want to edit, and open it up. I'm going to look through the different ones that I took and decide which one I think is the best version of my sculpture. I like this one that's more on a flat angle, but I noticed that some of the light box where the corners are showing, which that's not a very good aesthetic. So I'm going to use my crop tool and I'm going to hug around until I get rid of those corners, but also I'm going to pull down the top and the bottom. So I'm trying to create an equal border on all four sides. As I'm looking, I think the top needs to be higher up. So I'm going to move the crop tool just a little bit more, and then I'm going to lengthen out the sides a little bit more, just so my artwork has a little bit more background to it. Then I'm going to hit done and save. Again, with my sculpture, I can go ahead and use the light filter tool. Since this is a wire, I may want to add a little more light and a little more saturation just to enhance the colors that you see in the wire. Once I'm done doing that, again, I'm going to hit done and save. The bottom line is you want to have the best quality photo you can take of your artwork. This will start by selecting a good camera. It'll continue by taking a good picture, holding your camera flat, holding still, and then it'll follow up by using your editing tools to crop and to adjust your lighting as needed.